Cause I ain't never responded to
bunch
this
of little
either.
different features I'm gonna have on there. Everything I do, I notice I speak on some stuff and I start to see a lot of copycats. When you're onto some good shit. So I haven't disclosed everything that I plan on putting on the disc or whatever. It's a three power of the internet. The power that is really what it's causing in our community. The power, you know what I mean? That is playing in our kids' lives. Raising our children about.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
The clicks and you just in it for the fake message. I mean,
dope.
Doing some painting and some other things. Earlier that night, people in my community that won't change. The ones that are speaking, saying Cowboys this, Cowboys that, they don't want change.
I think
they want to continue
go back to where he's talking
sending
about
people
painting.
down. I'd have been right on time for that little situation. You know what I mean? But either way go,
I think it's right
even in, fool come down and do publicity stunts and all that shit, I won a couple dollars because I knew Cub wasn't gonna show up, so I won a few dollars.
So we can start right
I wanted to be more of a I won a
go
few
back
dollars.
go back a little bit.
Come on,
right before Hood Day.
everybody was trying to pump up fights and all this sort of stuff. For my, Hood Day for me, I wanted to be more of a remembrance of the dead homies.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody was trying to pump up fights and all this sort of stuff. I won a couple dollars because I knew Cub wasn't gonna show up, so I won a few dollars.
Bet on it.
I mean, come on, knock it off.
So stop it. So right here, I've been wanting to respond to this. I was shooting a movie all June. I don't need nobody to co-sign that. I was shooting a movie all June. So it just so happened that the Hood Day fell on June 10th, and that was a Saturday. You know what I mean? I was shooting a movie that Saturday in Dallas. I've never bet. First and foremost, I don't even partake in those type of activities no more because there's so many people that's out here to invade the gang culture and plug you to being the top of it just because you're successful out your area. These people don't have these problems because they ain't seen the success that I see. They haven't been across the whole world and everybody recognize them for being what they are. You know what I'm saying? I don't tell people what to how to greet me or what to tell me or what to call me, whether I'm a leader or not. You know what I'm saying? That's for the following to pick who they gonna follow after, whoever the leader is, right? So a lot of people don't like the fact that little old me that been from the hood 20 years, that made it all across the way, and they respect me for what they respect me for, standing on business and not going against the grain. I'm not breaking no rules. I'm not doing none of that shit, right? So at the end of the day, I don't partake in those type of shits. And even if I was, I'm not publicizing where I'm at. You get what I'm saying? It never was a bet, was I going to be there or not. If I would have been there, it would have been the same shit. I'm coming the same way I come everywhere. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it would have been the same shit. Niggas would have been talking, and that's all niggas would have been doing, was talking. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This ain't the first time this talk done broke out. You get what I'm saying? But it is what it is. There was never a bet, and it was never a fade that was scheduled for Hood Day for me and him. For what? The fact that a motherfucker even was letting a person like that partake in, and let's be real. I wanna address something else. Damn, this should just drop. Wait, I need an ashtray. Man. You was in the alley by your store. Nobody was in the alley in the rolling 60s. You get what I'm saying? You talk about niggas know what go on in this alley and all that. No, we don't. Nobody from the hood's ever squabbled in that alley unless it was one of your homeboys that was at your shop. So no, we don't. And I'm not getting at this nigga no type of way. I'm responding to some old shit, but I am clearing up the fact there was never a bet. I never was supposed to show up. I don't partake in those type of shit. I didn't elevate it. Nigga, the people that I pull up on that still partake in all that type of shit on their off time, you get what I'm saying? I pull up on them and we kick it. Nobody has to be on live to pull up and say, oh, I'm right here in the roller 60s. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't my life. You know what I'm saying? I do player shit with my feet up. You get what I'm saying? But keep on going. Let it keep running.
You know what I mean? But either way go, even fool come down and do publicity stunts and all that shit, I'm in the hood on the regular, so like, well, my phone blown. God is good. That's all I must say. God is good. earlier that night, somebody busted my car or whatever. So that morning, I would have been right on time.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have been right on time for that little situation. You know what I mean? But like I said, God is good. You know what I mean? And he made sure. You know, like I said, I go with my instincts and I do what I do. Everybody know where I stand and know how I feel. I express myself to my older homies. You know, I still respect my older homies. I still respect their opinion. I still respect the hood's opinion. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm speaking for, you know, the people in my community that won't change.
Yeah.
The ones that are speaking, saying
You can
Cowboys
pause it right here. So, at the end of the day, if you want change in the community, and this is what I said, and I'm gonna get to Paul P in a second. If you want change in the community, that's cool. By all means, you are open to change. But what should have happened, in my eyes, and what would have been honorable, is if a motherfucker went and said, "This the last heinous crime that I'm gonna witness in the rolling 60s," and you go give the information that you give, and then you back up and be an OG and raise your kids, and don't involve yourself in the politics no more, and don't involve yourself with the rolling 60s, because that's something that stands for people not telling and not going the route that you went, no matter if he turned himself in, if he didn't let justice be served how it's going to be served. He was going to go to jail regardless. But at the end of the day, if you would have told and backed up and said, I'm just going by Cowboy, I'm not going to partake, you would have never got a response out of me, because I do understand what you're talking about in the area. And if you want a cause for change, you're going to have to do that with people that are in agreement with change. I don't believe that everybody, the shit that goes on, nobody's in agreement of what goes on in the area, but it's happened so many times that people are thinking that it's acceptable. So you want change, you should back up and pull those who won't change out the community too, because you don't have to be Muslim or go to a religion to separate yourself. If you've seen too much and you can't take no more, and they took the last thing that you had connected to your name from you, then back up. You get what I'm saying? If that's how you feel, because that's what I get out of these interviews. So that's just homie to homie. Like it wouldn't have been honorable, but motherfuckers would have understood that and felt that way more than a motherfucker still trying to make it seem like they are a big face in the area, and really like you did something that motherfuckers around there don't really, you know what I mean, agree with. And the nigga Paul P, I don't understand your standpoint of things, because you've asked me to come on your show so many times, but you get a kick out of the clickbait. If you don't have no viral content outside of Bricc Baby's name, if you go down the list of this shit, all his shit is nothing goes over 100,000 without Bricc Baby or Nipsey's name or Big U's name in the middle of it. I don't understand what you think you doing with the building the podcast off of the hood politics and a motherfucker just allowing you to do it, but you in violation, gang. Like, you keep on saying that you stay out of it. Why bring it up? You keep bringing it up and trying to see how he react, because you got him on payroll. So he's going to answer to, or however y'all busting down the streams. I don't want to say you got him on payroll, but he's going to answer whatever you say. But it's like, oh, I seen something else with Bricc Baby. Like, nigga, what's your obsession with me, nigga? Because I ain't feeling your podcast, I'm not feeling your platform or what you stand for, like, nigga, and I'm over here, like, with the white devil. Like, come on, my boy. Like, I wish that I could run into you guys in a formal fashion where we really can figure out what's going on, but it's so much police activity. I just wish everybody the best. You get what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I'm doing me, y'all doing y'all. Let's see if you could do you without mentioning my name in every fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get paid off the name Bricc Baby, bro. At the end of the day, do I get a cut? You know what I'm saying? Or I'm at the wrong camera. At the end of the day, what do I get from this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't gonna go through that, though. It's good, man. Don't be late, man. Everybody got something to say about the little nigga that ain't really from over there, gang. But on 6-0, a motherfucker, it's never been a nigga to prove me a buster, to show me, to tell that I'm not from, like, come on, gang. At the end of the day, we approach situations how we approach it. Cowboy, me and you got caught up in the internet argument that we should have had in the hood. I do understand that on 6-0, and I'm willing to say where I went wrong. But at the end of the day, and there's plenty podcasts where you saying where you went wrong. So that's over with. Y'all got the reaction up out of a nigga. You won't hear no more about Cowboy or Bricc Baby ever again on this motherfucking internet. So is this what you wanted? This what you get. You get what I'm saying? If they put some money on the table, yeah, maybe me and Cowboy squabble in a ring somewhere. And if motherfucker, if we ever come across paths, and that's what a motherfucker want to do, that's what we gonna do. But it ain't y'all business. So there we go with that.